Okay, so this is a note to self on where I'm at in GemCraft Chasing Shadows, so that I can just sort of jump into it and, run a few maps without too much trouble. So max everything, 1 or 2 points of mana lock is usually fine. Drop rarity doesn't matter because we've already maxed out the talisman. We've got level 100 pieces in all the talisman slots, although like not the perfect level 100 pieces. So if you come across other level 100 pieces, you could use them, but nothing less. And with a minimum of 56, adding 10 to it isn't really worth it. So, okay, so we're working on the M fields because the M fields are sort of the next highest HP fields compared to the other ones that we've done. And the goal is to complete every field on Haunting difficulty and get a bunch of XP. And then after that we can do late game stuff after we've completed every field. So, and also get any per field achievements that might be there. Okay. Your enemy is lag. Your enemy is not the monsters on the field. Your enemy is lag. 1, 2, 3, 4 white, 3 yellow, 1 red. That's your kill gem right there. The most difficult part of what we're going to be trying to do here is managing lag by a considerable margin. The most important thing for managing lag is killing all of the what do you call these things? Beacons. Killing all the beacons. The beacons are the single most significant contributor to lag, but it also means that you might want to watch how many monsters are coming through at any given time, and try to make sure that number isn't too large. Now we're going to be gem bombing with a couple of hundred level 1 gems, and the reason for that is that it minimizes the armor that gets attached to the monsters, and it maximizes the beacons, and the beacons give you a ton of XP. So this means that we're going to want a central tower somewhere into which we can put an attack gem, and we are going to level up that attack gem until it can see the whole screen, which is like somewhere around level 24. This means that the XP gains for the first while will not be massive because we're going to be killing everybody before they can get to our XP traps. That's fine. It doesn't make any difference to anything. Like waiting until if you run things properly and carefully, you're going to end up with gems in the right up around like level 48, level 50, something in that range. So waiting until everything is in the like mid to late 20s before you start actually running people through your traps, like it's totally fine. Okay. No, trap. Oops. Because we're going to be bombing the waves with level 1 gems, with many level 1 gems, it is very important to be careful with your gem management. If you accidentally, like if you're swapping out, let's say you're swapping out gems for, because you wanted to fill an attack tower with a special gem, or do one of those XP thingies that comes along or whatever, if you accidentally bomb a wave with 100, say, level 24 gems, you will discover that you've just lost. So be super careful about that. Okay, so if you really want, just a second. If you really want to make sort of serious extra XP, or go into endurance or whatever, you can put slowing gems in here. That can cause problems with lag because the slowing gems cause there to be more monsters on the screen at the same time, and you can end up with too many monsters on the screen and lag gets terrible. If you keep the beacons down, it's not usually too bad, but it's something to be aware of. Whether or not I actually run with beacons or not depends very much on my mood. But the sort of key thing is to make sure that you have lots of mana gems, not just the one, and then finish off with a couple of attack gems. So our mana gem here, 2 white, red and orange. Yeah, that's our mana gem. We're gonna put it there. 1, 2. What have we got? 3, 4. Let's do sort of a typical slow-based version. I actually don't need that. Oops. White, red, and where's slow? Is that slow? Yes. Okay. Slowing, and attack, and attack. And as always, it's really important that you get the increased specials on the mana gems and the ignores armor on the attack gems. And I've been using the reloading speed for the slowing gems. Meh. You don't need to make the slowing gems very high. Typically I stop around level 20. If I even bother to upgrade them at all, which often I don't, depending on like how the lag's going on a given thing. Let's see. Let's try going straight to 100 and see if we have enough mana for that. We probably do. Arrow keys are better than the wheel for that, by the way. The wheel will end you with carpal tunnel badness. You'll note that this grade 1 gem is way up in the left corner here. That's so that I can't accidentally bomb with any other type of gem. Okay, 419 Reavers. That's probably fine for wave 1. I'm just going to do 1 on each of these and not the things for wave 1. And let's see how it goes. Oh, hold on. So first of all, I've been playing a different game and I forgot what the pause key was. But I forgot to level any of these gems up. Oops. So we're going to level up 1 mana gem. And we're going to level up 1 attack gem. I think that's what it was. That was an attack gem and not a... Yeah, okay, good. Okay, cool. And there we go. And we're going to dump a ignores armor on the attack gem, and that should solve the problem that we were getting at our thing. Okay, cool. Now we've got some mana. Okay, first of all, set this one to structure. And let's beef it right up. Perfect. As soon as that opens up, then we're going to have all of our beacons fixed, and also probably most of our monsters, which is fine. Let's give this one the bonus to specials, and there we go. Beacon's gone. Yay. Okay. If you notice, the lag just got way better. Like if you actually watch the video as the beacons disappeared, the lag just suddenly improved very dramatically as soon as the last beacon disappeared. I don't know what the hell's wrong with this thing that it's that sensitive to beacons, but this turns out to be absolutely critical. Now, unfortunately, I forgot to... This particular map has a sleeping hive. I don't know that we're ready for the sleeping hive yet, but I've unlocked it, so we will get to find out. But I am going to restrict this thing's range so that we can get as much mana as possible before the hivelings come and get us, although we seem to be handling them, so yay. Hivelings seem to be being okay. That's good. Apparently a level 24 gem is sufficient to handle hivelings. Or at least that's what seems to be the case so far. Okay, so let's level up our attack gem to handle those hivelings. Yes, okay, level 29 attack gem ignores armor, perfectly sufficient for the hivelings. Maybe not perfectly sufficient. What's we got going down here? Let's let you get on the thing. Then we're going to freeze y'all while we wait for our next batch of mana. Come on, next. So you notice, by the way, that I said that it's okay to like have this 24 and it's going to be shooting everybody, and that's actually not being a problem, although partly that's because it's shooting the nest. Let's try that. Can it in fact still kill these monsters? No, it cannot. Even already, it is not. It is having some trouble killing these monsters. Okay, we got a bunch of mana. Yay. Where's the second one? There's the second one. 33. Okay, I'm hoping that's enough for the thing, because otherwise I screwed up and I'm going to have to restart. But let's also beef up our mana generation, because that's going to... If this ends up being a fight to the death, which was not the intent, then we're going to have lots of mana. These are not normally fights to death. Normally getting through is just a matter of patience, but I've been shooting at that hive, so... you'll also notice that I'm not beefing up these monsters, because I want to deal with these. I want to deal with these dudes. Looks like one of them got through. I am going to swap one of the mana and one of the attack gems so that I can hopefully do some more damage to the thing that's coming along there. Okay, it's definitely that level 29 or whatever it is, attack gem is definitely doing some harm to some people. So we're going to keep them freeze locked until we get our next pack of mana. I'm definitely noticing that monsters do not seem to be dying at the rate that I expected. I'm not at all certain why that is. It could just be because we haven't bumped up the mana pool enough. I'm genuinely not sure. We're going to advance a couple of waves of these crappy easy monsters so that we can get those. There. Let's try that. Okay, that's killing. That seems to be handily killing everything that is not one of these things. So I guess the moral of the story is don't open the sleeping hive until you're really, really, really sure that you're ready, which obviously I was not. Oh, it looks like, okay, these all coming in here, those are from the sleeping hive and they've gotten through and they're coming back, so we're probably going to have to restart this. The design is fine. Like, I don't mind posting this video as a this is what I'm doing lately thing. It's just that we opened the sleeping hive. It's just that I opened the sleeping hive and I shouldn't have, and yeah. It does not go well when you do that. Also, it's gotten super laggy again, and I don't know why that is. I mean, we do have a very large number of enemies on the screen right now, so that seems relevant. Getting good mana, though. Okay, well, you get the idea. I might have to restart this, but I think this is good enough for a video. This is my normal process. It just got a little weird because I accidentally knocked open the sleeping hive, but the process itself is fine. I've done it many, many times, so I'm going to stop now. And, yeah, enjoy the notes, future self.